Alright kiddies, today's event, we're going to be installing a new rear shock in the old TL1000R. Problem with this shock in the bike already is that what it is what we call a spring on a stick. Not like your regular suspensions that we normally have. This is a goofy spring on a stick on this side. It's got a big giant lever in here, and that lever, come over to this side, that lever actuates this thing here. What this is the dampener, unlike the dampener that's already built into the shock. So there's a big goofy lever in here, and that lever works off the linkage down here. So when the shock and the rear swing arm go up and down, it actually moves that giant lever arm right here, and that lever arm is hooked up to this wacky apparatus right here. And that wacky apparatus right there is your dampening. So we'll be ripping that big giant piece of garbage out of there. We're going to take that arm off of there. We're going to slap the old spring on the stick out of there too. I'll show you this stuff after we get it apart. And put in, you ready for this? Put in all the way from the Netherlands this. What we got here is a Hyperpro shock. It's the direct replacement for pulling that stupid spring on the stick out of there, and this has dampening and rebound balance built into it. So that goofy crazy apparatus you saw is coming out, this old girl's going in, and we're gonna have a crazy upgrade because of this. So they try not to shake the camera. This is the event for today. So let's get this thing set up so we can see what I'm doing. I've already pre-loosened up a bunch of stuff so that I can just kind of take it apart without fooling around, but I had to undo the rear master. Get this bolt already coming out here. I'm gonna yank this bolt here, and then there's another bolt up in there that gets the spring and the stick out of there. And the blower linkage is already undone, and the upper bracket to the dampener is all undone, which is all the way up inside here, which you know how it is, you can't show nothing on the camera. But anyway, I got the screws out already, so it should only take a couple minutes to pop this right out of there. So give me a few minutes here and we're gonna undo this old girl and upgrade the suspension that's been needed to be done since the day they built these bikes. So here we go. Hang on. A few screws over here to undo, a couple bolts. This should pop right out. Famous last words. I'm also doing this in the driveway, not down the shop where all the real tools are. I got my buddy's gimmick tools to work with, but you know what? I get everything undone with the gimmick. And this little girl is coming out. Pulling this out is going to lighten me up a couple of pounds. Nothing crazy, but gets all this garbage out of the way, and when we get done, you're going to be able to see that rear suspension clean as a whistle rather than all this crap in the way. So let's see how this works. Hopefully this won't go bad. Famous last words. And if you see OG's face, you know what? I don't care. At this point, what am I hiding from? If it gets down and dirty, we'll remove all the videos and then the popo won't be able to find us, but I don't think anybody's chasing me at this point. Too early in the season. Look at this beautiful little, I already set you up with a hole. This bolt out here. Old fighter. Don't even fight. Just can't get my fingers on it. Almost got it. Hang on. All this hardware and all these bolts aren't going to get used again, so all you gotta do is pop these out. There it is. Winner. Alright, so we got the upper brackets undone, the lower brackets undone, and the only thing holding it on should be nothing. Will it come out as easy as it looks? Probably not. But it's gonna really make things a lot easier if this just comes right out. I'm done with this job and I'm in. Oh, here it comes. Get that thing out of the way. I see. Huh? Winner! Look at this. You ready? And this is how you instantaneously get rid of about 1.5 pounds, 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds. Oh, if it comes out, we will be golden. Oh, here it comes. Look at this. Now you gotta play the bar game to get it out. You know that bar game when you're trying to unscrew something and trying to put a square peg in a round hole? Oh, here we go. Oh, I think OG's gonna get it this time. Come on. And there we go. And that's what we call a big giant apparatus. So like I was saying, see the way this lever is right here? That moves in and out and up and down. And this big crazy apparatus is what slows the spring rate down. This was a good idea that worked like crap. Worked good in an F1 race car, but stupid for the TL. Dudes, this thing weighs probably about 8 or 9 pounds right here. This is no longer gonna be in here. Good riddance. Okay, let's see if we can get the rest of the crapple out of here. Tough thing now is, if I pull this shock, the suspension is gonna collapse. So I gotta do some kind of tricky move here to hold this back in here. Kind of think it over here a little. Tell you, if it came right out, like right out, it'd be done in a minute. I'm just too chicken to pop it out. Because if I pop it out, the suspension's gonna collapse. So I need to do something to rig this suspension up so it don't fall apart. That sounds like a 2x4.